As Charlie was getting more and more angry, as she couldn't believe Valentino would treat Angel like this, as Angel was about to tell Charlie off, but in this timeline he would be a little too late. As suddenly, Charlie would punch Val. This would shock him, as Val would pull out his blasters and begin to blast at Charlie. As some of them hit her, she then began to get more angry, as her eyes turned red and she grew horns, as she flew and punched Val. As then Charlie and Val began to battle each other. Angel was shocked as he couldn't do much. He ran out of there panicking, as he began to scream and cry outside. As then he heard a loud scream from Val, as Charlie would knock him to the floor. Val would then start to shake as he got scared. Please, Charlie, don't hurt me, I'll do whatever you want, I'll do whatever you need. As Charlie would say, you have hurt my friend for the last time, you're a scum of the earth. As Charlie would summon up her magic powers to shoot a laser, destroying Val and erasing his soul. Now, does she have the power to do that? Probably not, but it's my what-if story, so I'll say she can. As then Charlie would walk out there, as she would begin to cry, as she couldn't believe what she did. Sure, Val was an awful person to say the least, but she's never hurt anyone, never like that. As Charlie would say, as an Angel would hug her and say, let's go to the hotel. As Charlie and Angel would walk back to the hotel, Alistair and Vaggie would try to talk to Charlie, but she wouldn't talk to them. She would just lock herself in her room.
As Charlie continued to cry, she simply just laid there in her bed, as she didn't know what to do now. As she continued to lay there, she took someone away, someone who would never come back. Even if he was bad, she still didn't have the right to do that. She was here to help people, redeem bad people, not do this. As suddenly Vaggie would knock on the door and say, Charlie, what happened? Charlie would say, go away, Vaggie. I need some time alone. Vaggie would sigh. Alright, I'll sleep on the couch then. As Vaggie would sleep on the couch, we cut to the next morning. As Charlie would get out and start to walk down. As Vaggie would run up to Charlie and say, hey, hun, Angel told me, and it's okay to... Charlie would say, it's not okay. Charlie would then start to sing, I'm supposed to help people, not destroy them. What have I done here today? How could I live with myself if I'm a monster inside the hotel? Since you guys don't like me singing, I'll gloss over it. Charlie would sing a song about her guilt, about feeling bad for what she did. Vaggie would say, you're not a monster, and she would explain how she helped Angel. As Angel would say, yeah, Charlie, you saved me, and I chose to stay here. Charlie would say, that's great, but maybe I should shut this place down. After all, Angel would say, no, do not shut this place down. Charlie would say, Angel? Angel would start to cry and say, you saved me, Charlie. I know it was against your morals, and I know you want to redeem people, but you saved me. Please stay. Charlie would sigh and say, I need to think about this. As Charlie would walk off. As all this was going on, we cut to the Vees. No one would know what happened to Val because, well, Angel would destroy all the camera footage after Charlie left. As Vox and Velvet were talking to each other, Vox would say, whoever did this must be an overlord, as they had no idea Charlie would do it, as they all picked Charlie to be too soft. As Velvet would say, yeah, probably one of those old school ones since we ticked them all off. Vox would say, I told you not to go in that meeting like that. Hey, how was I supposed to know one of them would retaliate like this? No matter. Someone will have to take over his assets and take his place, but for now, we'll share it. Velvet would sigh and say, so I have to deal with people sleeping around. Great. Vox would say, hey, this is serious. He's gone. As Vox would look down, slightly sad. Velvet would pretend not to care, but even though they are evil and twisted, they still had somewhat feelings for each other. As Vox and Velvet would go on a search to try to find out who did this, we then cut to Charlie, as Charlie would go to Lucifer's mansion. As she would knock on the door, Lucifer would open it and say, oh, Charlie, you're here to see me. That's a great surprise. I didn't clean up. Sorry, my place is kind of a mess. Charlie would say, I don't mind that. Can you teach me how to control my anger? Charlie would say, as in... Lucifer, I told you not to let demons push you around. I'm sure you were just defending yourself. Besides, how bad could it be? Charlie would say, I unalived someone and they were an overlord. Lucifer would say, did they see you? Did you cause some sort of war? Because if so, I can... No, it's just... I feel bad. I'm trying to redeem people, help people, and I hurt someone. I know we don't talk often, but I need you to help me train my rage. How do you stay so laid back? Lucifer would let Charlie in and say, do you really want to know the reason I'm so laid back? Charlie would say, yes. And Lucifer would say, because I'm depressed, Charlie. You think I have any real reason being here? Your mother left me. I'm a shell of a king. Look at my kingdom. It's fallen apart because I wasn't involved enough. And now it's too late. Everyone hates me, but they're too scared to say anything. I'm laid back because it doesn't matter, Lucifer would say, crying, as Charlie would hug him and say, I had no idea, Dad. So what do? Lucifer would say, you get training. Come on, I'll teach you, as Lucifer would then smile. As Charlie would smile back, as Lucifer would start to teach Charlie how to use her powers more effectively. As then a few more days would pass, Charlie would be spending less and less time with Vaggie, until eventually Charlie would hold Vaggie's hand and say, sorry I haven't been around as much, love. He would say, I understand, you've been through a lot. As then Vaggie and Charlie would kiss. As Charlie and Vaggie were happy together, and Charlie would say, do you want to spar? Vaggie would say, sure. As Charlie sparred with Vaggie, she started to become more powerful. Meanwhile, we cut to Vox, who was walking by himself, when suddenly an exorcist would run down. Vox would say, it's not extermination yet, as they summon electricity. Suddenly, Lute would walk behind him and say, calm down, we want to help you. He'd say, you really think I would believe that from an angel? Besides, why would you help me? As he would summon electricity, Lute would say, because an enemy of my enemy is my friend. And well, we figured someone like you could know the insides of hell, and could give us additional support. As Vox would say, is that so, huh? And why should I care? As then, Lute would then show Vox what happened. As Vox would say, our spies were watching Charlie and we saw this. As she would summon a spell to show the image in Vox's mind. As he fell down, he realized that Charlie was the one who defeated Val. As he started to scream in agony, he said, fine, I'll help you. As then Lute took Vox to heaven and started to train him. He needed to make sure that hotel was gone. He needed to make sure that it was destroyed, that all of Charlie's dreams were destroyed, because she took away Valentino. Now, Vox and Val had a complicated relationship. They weren't really dating, but Vox did have feelings for Val, and it was unclear if he felt the same, but now he'll never know. As he became stronger with rage, as his electricity became more powerful, as he became a stronger fighter with rage and anger, and can also fight with an angel now, like with a new angelic style of fighting. As then we cut to Charlie. As she was sitting on the bar, suddenly Angel would walk up to her. Angel would then put his hand right on Charlie's shoulder and say, hey, I never got to thank you for what you did. Charlie would say, you're welcome. As then Angel would hug Charlie and begin to cry, thank you, as Charlie would hug him back and say, you're welcome. As they both smiled at each other, Angel would say, let me get you a drink. Aren't the drinks here free? Charlie would say. Angel would say, yeah, but why not? As he would ask for a drink, Husk would give a drink to Charlie and Angel, as they would say cheers to freedom, as they both took a swig. As they smiled, it seemed like Charlie was truly moving forward with her trauma. It seemed like she was controlling her anger, but soon she'll have to use it in a fight. As Adam would then start to fly down, days after. As his Exorcist army raided from the sky, Alistair was up on the building ready to fight when suddenly he would be shocked with electricity. As he looked, it was Vox. Al would say, what are you doing here? Vox would say, avenging Valentino. Once you're gone, we'll get rid of Charlie. All I have to do is get rid of you. I never liked you. Alistair would smile and say, same here. Al would then begin to summon his tentacles to try to grab Vox, but Vox would shoot electricity all around him, causing him to fly. He said, I learned this technique myself. As he shot it at Al, kicking him to the ground, as then Al laughed. You learned a technique to fly? You're trying to be like an angel, aren't you? Pathetic that they trained you. You're not an overlord. Shut up. I did what I had to get revenge, and once you're gone, I'll make sure they're all gone. As he would summon electricity around him like armor. As Al would try to hit him with tentacles, his tentacles would get shocked, causing Al to get shocked. Alistair would then start to grow giant and try to stomp Vox, but Vox would run so fast he couldn't see him, as then he punched him to the floor. Vox learned a lot of tricks from the angels, as then he pulled out an angelic dagger and began to stab Al, taking him out. But then he looked and saw Lucifer appear and start to beat up Adam, as then Vox cried when he realized this battle was unwinnable. As Vox would then say, I'll take what I can get, as then he left. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share with all your friends. That means the world to me. I really enjoyed making this video. Today, it's a Sunday by the time I post it, but right now, as I'm making it, it's Saturday, because I always make it a day before. I'm probably asleep by the time this is up, so I hope this video does well. I will do What If Santa is in the Has-Been Hotel. It's only 3 more days away by the time you're watching this, so Wednesday, that will come up. Before, I might do Krampus, or I might not. I'm debating, because Krampus isn't really as well known. I mean, I know him. And, like, I know a lot of people who like horror or, like, German history know him, but, like, how many people is that, you know? How many people are gonna watch that? I don't know. But yeah, if you want to see that, let me know, because I feel like that could make a lot of sense. The Grinch, maybe, but I feel like the worst thing the Grinch ever did was steal from a bunch of people, and we never really got to see him fight. So yeah, I don't really know how that would play out, so I don't really, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all really enjoyed this, because I know I did. Posting these videos really makes me happy, and I'm glad you guys are watching this. And my other channel, my gaming channel, Nico Gaming, is starting to blow up. A couple videos may hit 1,000 views. Now that's like, you know, nothing for this channel. Or at least it hasn't been. Some videos aren't anyway. But like, that's still a big deal, you know, especially when a channel is first starting out. And my new channel, Nico's, what is it called? Nico's Stories? Yeah, that's what it is. It is blowing up. And not really I don't know why I said that. It's not blowing up at all, but there will be a video on that. So, I hope you enjoyed that. And when I make a full movie of it, I will upload it to this channel too, because, you know, why not? Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for supporting me. You mean the world to me. Peace out.